Alright fellas, here back in another Pokemon video. I wanted to make something a little bit different. I'm just honestly experimenting around with some like new content stuff, and well, we're diving into Reddit, which can be a little rough, how you can say. But I just want to go through r/Pokemon Reddit, look at some posts people are making, some interesting things. I just curious, frankly. It serves sort of as a reaction type of video, but also just as like a general look at like Pokemon as a whole. I'm very curious like to see kind of what like posts are being made. So someone made their awesome Misty fan art, which is sick. Uh Dodrio crochet sculpture. That actually looks sick. There's so much creativity in this community. Like, have you all seen all the like amazing stuff in terms of like just people used to post it a lot on Twitter. I don't really see it much anymore, but I'm sure it still exists. Where people would make like those like mocha Pokemon theme things or like the marshmallow candies and stuff like that. This reminds me of a lot of that stuff, and this looks sick. Then we got a meme. Art, it is, but that is funny. This is true though. Like, this really is such a cool concept to me with the ZA, is that they're making it to where the trainers are basically acting as what you would basically call the alpha Pokemon in Legends Arceus. As you can see, the Pinsir was annoying. Now it's gonna be the people. Like, you actually have to watch out for trainers. Like, stealth avoid them if you really don't want to be caught by trainers, right? So that's honestly so interesting. New Pokemon Center in Hiroshima. So cool. Man, that Gyarados looks sick. Imagine how much this actually would cost in order to actually get in person. That would be insane. An insane price tag. And then we got some more product and stuff over here. I wonder, every time we bring up something about physical, like, Pokemon product, what about Pokemon cards, man? How's the Pokemon cards area doing? Probably not too well, frankly. Localized names suck. Just use original names, Pokemon fans. I Are we sure we want to do that? Are we really sure? Freezer, Zapdos, Thunder, Fire. Literally, if you watch Pokemon Horizons, and of course, spoilers, there's a Galarian Moltres in it. It's called Galar Fire in the sub. So, I'm sure localized names not exactly always gonna be the greatest thing. Nemona and Kalos. This is sick. This is amazing artwork. I love this a lot. Combat. Oh, of course, the main Nemona go-to. We gotta fight. I would love to see like a return of major battle facilities though in Legends ZA. Like, obviously there's gonna be the big gameplay aspect of the game. That was redundant, but I want to see how hard can they make these fights in this new combat system. Like Legends Arceus, the Volo fight was tough, right? Mostly because it was a surprise, and and that Giratina countered basically everything on top of being accounting as a 6th and 7th Pokemon with no healing, right? So there's a lot of stuff going against you in that fight. But even then, like, I'm still thinking about like the Path of Mastery and stuff like that Ingo did in Legends Arceus. Like, that stuff was mostly stuff you would make your team to and make it not difficult oftentimes, because you kind of know what you were facing for the most part. But imagine a lot of these restaurants, how they work in Kalos, X and Y and whatnot, like with their difficulty. Incorporate that with how ZA's mechanics works, where you move around, you tell your Pokemon to dodge, you time your moves. They could really do something insane. Make a Souls-like Pokemon game in terms of difficulty. It'd be funny. Sakura's Field, that's adorable. That is so adorable. I want to pet it. I love that. Okay. It was mayonnaise. Dog, this is Halcyon muck right there. There you go. Ooh, we got an unpopular opinion. I like to read these. There wasn't a single bad mainline Pokemon game up until Gen 9. I loved Pokemon as a kid and played a bunch of games ranging from 4 to 8. As a nostalgia trip, I decided to get myself an emulator and play through every gen again. I've gone through Alpha Sapphire and Y fully and I'm halfway through Red, Soul Silver, and Moon. I also played through Ultra Sun, X, Omega Ruby, Black Pearl, and Shield fully as a child. As a child? I guess whatever. I enjoyed every single one of them, even though there's obvious flaws, especially in the 3D area. Nonetheless, my favorite Gen is 6, with the Hoenn remix being my overall favorites. I enjoyed Gen 8 significantly less. Oh my god. Significantly less than any other game. I do personally believe this is where Pokemon took the wrong path. Also, do not like the Sinnoh games very much, which has to do with the region itself, which is the most poorly designed one. I don't agree. Although there are flaws, I think every game up until that point are amazing. I plan to play through Scarlet, watched a bunch of playthroughs, and downright refuse to do so. Hate the execution of Paradox. Why? Paradox Form is just a cool concept. Terrestrialization of the story itself. Our style is lazy, and New Pokemon designs. It seems like Game Freak doesn't even care anymore. Unfortunately, it seems to carry over to Legends ZA. I think someone's just having a bit of a nostalgia trip with the simplicity of Pokemon, which is fine. But if you don't like Scarlet and Violet because of its gameplay, story, mechanics, whatever, that's opinionated. That's fine. But you can't really deny that like it's something that a lot of people like. What people don't like about Scarlet and Violet is the game's performance. Like, graphics probably, like, stuff like that, right? Stuff that's just undertuned, whatever, outright bad. Again, whatever you want to call it. And like that's fine. And it's fine to dislike the game for any reason given, right? It's obviously just going to be an opinion. But it's very hard to say, like, it's just honestly, okay, it's not hard to say. It's jarring to kind of see that someone doesn't like these games, not because of their performance, I'm not even mentioning that, but just because of the game like itself. I don't know. That's like the execution of Paradox Pokemon. I don't think that was bad. I don't think that was bad at all. I think that was actually one of the strongest concepts of the game, was like the whole paradox formula of the game until like Terapagos's release, right? I think that was just super interesting. But I mean, obviously people are gonna love like the original format of the games, like from Red all the way up to basically Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. You can say probably Sun and Moon, even Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon changed it a lot, but like the game stayed very similar with how they're supposed to play. You get your starter Pokemon, you go to routes, catch Pokemon, go to gyms, fight an evil team, get legendary Pokemon towards the end, whatever, right? Like obviously there's gonna be more to it than that, but that's how these games tend to play a lot. People are gonna like that, but these more recent Pokemon games have taken a lot of lead in changing the formula. I mean, obviously, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, those have problems, right? Given that people justifiable criticisms, just because they are basically the Diamond and Pearl rebranded. I love those games. I want to say that. Don't say I'm just blindly hating, because I actually do like those games, because I like original Sinnoh games. But you can't really deny that it's like basically Sinnoh again with a mask on, plus the quality of life of like the Grand Underground and a few other things. For the most part, doesn't really change the formula, doesn't do anything insane. But like Sword and Shield were pretty big on like changing how the game worked a bit, and kind of like the introduction of candies, the raid system, just a bunch of different mechanics in the game. It was still very similar to like how Pokemon's actually meant to play. The wild area is a big changer in that, but it was still very similar to how Pokemon played. But then you get to like now Legends EA, but Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet really changed the formula. Some people like it, some people don't, but gotta understand, a lot of these games are like modernizing to this format of game that people really, really like. Like the example that Zelda games are probably never going to go back to being linear, because everyone loves the open world format of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, probably Echoes of Wisdom now, some semi-open world, whatever. So I don't know. I don't think that stuff's ever going to really change, just because the majority of people do really like it. But everyone's justified in their own opinion. Hi, bud. Hey, all right. It's a little much. That's awesome. I love that. That's amazing artwork. Got Tapu Fini as a human form. That's sick. I like that. I like the idea of that. The idea of that is actually really cool in my opinion, of making the Tapus be something that's like a guardian deity that can kind of transform into like a human. Like honestly, they all kind of already give off that vibe. I mean, let's just look at Tapu Fini as the example. Tapu Fini is very humanoid like. I mean, she's got the mermaid not fin, because it kind of just molds into the bottom of her husk cocoon shell thing. But like, I mean, it's got the waist, arms, hair, face, general humanoid body. Tapu Koko is similar. It's definitely less than Tapu Fini's, but like, face, arms kind of connected to the armor here, but the legs are also very different, but similar to regular legs as is. I would love the idea of seeing the actual Tapus all with like a humanoid kind of appearance, like the fact that they can maybe shift between like human and Pokemon. That'd be something interesting, being guardians, not only in the sense of like protecting Pokemon and like just the natural prosperity of their islands, but also being able to mingle alongside humans in their own respective forms. I think that's just sick. Small collection of Pokemon editions. Man, having these games. Can I zoom in? Nope, not really. Now can I zoom in? Kind of. Yeah, okay, kind of. But I do have, these are also foreign games. I don't know what language this is. Diamond, Pearl, Latin, What game? What is this, like German? I can't, hold on. Okay, yeah, it actually is German. Interesting. Cool. But I actually have a fake version of the Gen 4 games, all of them, and it's like I was honestly like for a while on the verge of like these are probably fake, but I just never wanted to get tested. But I tried doing some like under the table like not coding stuff, but like messing with the cartridges files and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, these games are definitely fake because they've got a very significant difference compared to like what you're supposed to like actually mess with in the games. So that was fun to mess with and figure out that those games were definitely 100% fake. Whatever, that's okay. Let's go ahead and see again here. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I saw a lot of interest on as well. Is like, when there's all these trainer fights going on, you're trying to sleep. Is like everyone's fighting outside with Pokemon in like by your doorstep. The Tyranitar launches a Hyper Beam. You're just destroyed, bro. You're just done, completely cooked. Oh boy, that is scary. That's terrifying, but that's very sick. Hey, that's even sicker, actually. Okay, it's way too zoomed in. Is that a capture card? What is that? I'm sorry to snoop on this person's stuff, but I'm actually curious. That looks like a capture device of some kind, or like an external storage device. That's cool though, or battery. Okay. This tangle looks sick though. A bit too perfectly cut, but I mean that's probably like what they want to do for the plant, which is fair. But I love this. Making Tangela into something. It's a shiny Tangela. Shiny Tangela house plant. I actually love that. I'm gonna probably upload that one, even though I should be upvoting all of them. Original connection of the Kanto Pokedex. Wow. From base set, no less. Or at least whatever base sets these came from, right? Probably their first iterations. Oh, that is so cool. You get to you get the Star Wars. Oh, that's so cool. I've thought about making a Pokedex, like not Pokedex, but a binder that is, 1,000 however many pages. 25 Pokemon, I think. 28 actually. Is it 28 Pokemon? I think it's 28. 1,028 Pokemon, but with however many extra because binders are going to come in the things of 9. But I've thought about doing that for every single Pokemon, just finding a card that I have of that Pokemon, putting it in there. Could never do it for like their original release though, like the first ever Charmander card or first ever Bulbasaur, or like first ever whatever card. No way I could do that. I'd go broke way too quick. People like love it in Niran as well. That's cool style. That's an awesome style. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. I actually bought this card alongside the parent a while ago, months ago, probably like back in January, February, maybe. I don't remember. But I love these cards. This is definitely one of my favorite cards for Twilight Masquerade, given that it's got, the part of parent to it. Ah, I need that. That is so cool. I don't think, is that an actual card? Because I think it's a fake. It looks like a fake card, but they just cut it out for the chip there, which is so cool. I gotta do that. I gotta get something like that. Polyworld cake. Oh man, happy birthday. That is cool. That is really cool, actually. See my favorite Pokemon being Salamence. I don't think I could ever get that done. Maybe like a pixel art kind of format, but never in like a 3D type of shape. Poliwhirl is one of the easier Pokemon to do that with, so I think you got very lucky to have your favorite Pokemon being Poliwhirl. Unless it's not, and she's just like, did it anyway, which is fair. No, it was like Poliwhirl is probably your favorite Pokemon. Oh, I love that. The eyes are a bit creepy, but I love that. And Swablu! Eevee! Oh, these paintings are sick. These are paintings? I never thought these would be. Oh yeah, they are paintings, you can tell. I thought about getting a bunch of like Lego studs and whatnot and making Pokemon sprites with them, just having them around my room. That looks sick. Mega Frostlass, man. Was it in the leak that that Frostlass would get a Mega? I don't quite remember. I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it? Either way, I hope that we get something, an amazing design for that. Like, this looks sick. A bit over the top, in my opinion, for like what Pokemon would actually do, but in general, a really good design concept here. But I hope Mega Frostlass, if we actually get one, is it looks cool. Because man, we needed one after Glalie robbed Frostlass, over a decade ago, basically. We got to get it back. We got to get it back for her. I mean, okay. That's cool. That is, see, these people are just so damn creative. This is what I mean with like the food stuff, like the marshmallow guys, the tea, coffee, whatever, the like the foam people make a lot of designs out of. This is another one of those things. People make amazing looking. We got ET mixed with Togepi, dude. What happened? What happened to bro? Oh my god. All right. Oh, Pokemon shaped Pokeballs. Yes. Oh, I love that card. That card is so expensive though. Oh my god. Ditto, Pikachu, Rayquaza, and Shiny Rayquaza. That is so sick. These look like Pokeball Pluses as well. No, they're definitely not. But imagine making like a mold for a Pokeball Plus or something like that. That would be sick. That could be cool. Making clay figures from a pack. Oh, yep, we gotta look at it. What is this? Oh! Oh, that's sick! Oh, that's actually awesome. Don't need the ASMR. Oh, look at this Brigatito. Weed Cat. Shroomish. Quaxley. Oh, wow. Yuxi Mawile. Dude, I cannot be this creative. I don't have the talent to do this. I'd love to, but I don't have the... no way. Oh, it's so awesome. Celebi. Vampy, I love how they're all small and tiny, too. None of these are particularly big Pokemon. Dedenne and Meowstic. This is how you have fun opening Pokemon cards. Even if you don't get a hit, you can make clay out of every single one you get. Emerald version is 20 years old. Drawing all characters 20 years later. Damn, Brendan. Oh, that is cool. That is so cool. It's like he became an adventurer or something. Well, granted, he was, I guess always kind of was, so didn't really change too much there. Oh, that's so sick. Emerald 2025. Dang, Megan Blaziken. Is she a researcher? That definitely, that outfit fits. That outfit fits really well for May. Oh my, that is awesome. That's sick. Yeah, that's 100% sick. Rodriguez tattoo. I would be terrified to get one of these because I feel like I would curse myself. That's cool though. Oh, I gotta watch this just because this is I love competitive and freakouts or whatever. Oh, okay. Mega Charizard. Wow, that the bad luck. Sandstorm though keeps doing damage. Wow. Yeah. I believe it or not, I've seen worse luck than this. I don't remember exact circumstance, but I have seen worse luck than this, where they miss, they got hit with every single attack. Just terrible, terrible, terrible luck all around. That is rough. No way. This is why we don't rely on 80% accurate moves ever. No way in hell. This thing's paralyzed. So that makes sense. Why? That's another big one. Is like you're missing all your moves, but it's also not getting hit with any paralysis, even though it's what, a 25% chance. Oh my god! It got just that's terrible, but that's funny as hell as well. I might steal these for the Discord. I'm kidding. Maybe, unless like original poster allows that. I'll consider it. Either way, look at all the Latioses. Latios blush. I actually have an Emolga plush. Emolga's one of the Pokemon I actually do have a plush of, and I love this king cursing emote. That's so funny. Okay, sure. And the Kanto Dex thing there as well. Oriole just showed me how the oh, come on. Alright. Don't have to do them that way. What even is this? Is this an alligator with like a campfire on top of it? Okay, low key though, that's kind of a cool concept for a Pokemon. Sorry, I'm just telling you. How could I be able to work for the Pokemon Company as an artist? Portfolio isn't solid yet. I'm trying. Here's art. Oh, that is so sick. If Pokemon, yeah, I support this person's art 100% of being like official TCG artwork. This looks so damn good. 100%. Give them some spotlight. Go support this artist. Assuming they're a good person, which I'm sure. I'm Godzilla. Okay. I think we're gonna end off with that one. Groudon costume. I couldn't fit. Dude. If I were to ever like go to a con, I would love to do something as this just to be fucking stupid, just for fun. Like just bring a stupid costume like this, just a Groudon, and just have a fun time. That'd be funny. It honestly would be. So this is me going through the Pokemon subreddit, just like, you know, looking through all these amazing posts people are making. Let me know what you think about the content, like how you want me to maybe spice it up a little bit. If there's any like specific like threads I should go through, subreddits or whatnot, like anything you want me to cover. If you like this type of content at all, again, I'm just trying to figure out things to do because obviously there's not always going to be new major TCG news, ZA news. I do want to make stuff related to ZA, stuff like that. You know, everything that interests anybody for sure. Let me know stuff about that down in the comments below. Just give me as much information as possible I can kind of work with in order to make some better content for y'all, because y'all deserve it. I appreciate a lot of the support y'all are giving me, and I hope you all enjoyed this little Reddit, like, I guess, spelunk. It was very fun to see a lot of people's amazing artworks and amazing creations and just generally funny posts. Like that Chansey was a little something. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate y'all's support. See y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.